17.5 inches across.
Oh, it's you, Mummy. I heard the noise. I wondered what it was.
As you see, electric drill.
Yes. What are you doing?
Drilling, that is what electric drills are usually used for.
You're putting up a kitchen shelf.
Full marks for observation, Claire. You may remember just before he died, Daddy had a go at putting up a kitchen shelf here.
Oh, yes. And it fell out as soon as you put any weight on it.
Exactly. Leaving these great holes in the wall. And since then I thought with some kind of misplaced sentimentality that to do anything about it would be some kind of betrayal of Daddy.
That's a stupid thing to think.
I know, which is why, as you see, nearly 5 years on, I am doing something about it.
Yes. Are those holes meant to be in a straight line?
What do you mean?
Well, the same height above the skirting board.
Well, the same distance below the cupboard.
Yes, but I don't think the cupboard was ever level, was it?
What?
Daddy put the cupboard up.
Oh, dear. Yes, so he did. No, it isn't really level, is it? Still, more people look straight ahead of them than look down, don't they? So it's more important that the shelf's lined up with the cupboard than the floor, isn't it?
Unless you're going to be putting anything on the shelf that's likely to roll off.
Well, the only alternative is to take the cupboard down and line that up properly with the ceiling.
Yes. I don't actually think the ceiling and the floor are parallel.
Oh, well, then let's just leave it as it is.
I don't know why you don't get a little man in to do that for you.
Because I can't afford it. Little man would charge the earth for a tiny job like this. It's not as if it's difficult.
No. It looks even more crooked from this angle.
Shut up, Claire. If you're just going to hang around criticising, do something useful. Make us both a cup of coffee. It's boiled.
All right.
There.
You sure those plugs are the right size?
Yes, Claire, I am.
Just if you've got the wrong diameter, the screws will fall
I'm
out.
fully aware of that, Claire. You just take my word for it. These will work.
All right, all right. Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
That cheap screwdriver is not a very complicated piece of technology, Claire.
No, I suppose not. Where do you want your coffee?
Oh, just put it down on the edge of the table.
There.
Could you hold this bracket in place for me?
Sure.
How are you feeling, love?
Pretty suicidal.
Because of Julian?
What else?
It will get better, Claire, honestly.
Oh, yes.
I want to get out and see some people.
Gary's coming round for coffee this afternoon. I'm going out for dinner tonight with Jamie Grantham.
Oh, Jamie's persistent. He's been after you for years.
I'm not going out with him because he's persistent or because he's been after me for years. I'm going out with him because he's rich, so I get a good meal. I'm going out with him in order to stop people telling me I ought to go out and see some people.
Oh, sorry, Claire.
No, I'm sorry. It's just I've lost the ability to say the right thing to anyone.
It'll get better. Claire, you never feel guilty about boys taking you out and spending a lot of money on you, do you?
No, why should I?
No reason.
If that's how they want to spend their money, that's up to them.
Oh, yes. I suppose it's a generation thing. When I was your age, we were always made to feel slightly guilty if we didn't at least make a gesture towards paying our share.
Oh, I make gestures, but only when I'm dead certain they won't be taken up.
And I suppose in my day there was always this kind of fear that if the boy paid for everything, he was going to want some kind of return on his investment.
Well, there are still some who try that on, but it's pretty easy to stop them.
How?
You just tell them how dreadfully sexist they're being.
Does it work?
Usually.
Oh. Pity we didn't have that word sexist around when I was young. Could have been very useful. So let me get it right. You letting a man pay for everything for you isn't sexist, but him expecting to get sexual favours in return for his investment is sexist.
Yes. Mind you, I look so dreadful at the moment, I can't imagine even the most desperate man in the world trying anything on with me.
Must stop saying things like that, love.
Why? That's how I feel about myself at the moment, so it must be true.
Well, there's a logical flaw in that sentence, I think.
But look, I really don't...
There, one bracket done. That looks pretty secure, doesn't it?
Yes. Of course, you won't really know whether it's secure or not till you get the other one up and put some weight on it, will you, Mummy?
Shut up, Claire.
Now, do you take sugar?
I must confess I do, Eleanor, dear.
No need for confession. If you like sugar, Vernon, sugar you should have. Another?
Please.
More?
Aren't I dreadful? I'm afraid I take 4. Sorry.
No need to apologise, Vernon.
Oh, but there is, Eleanor. One has to apologise for everything these days, particularly things one enjoys. It seems everything is doing harm to somebody. I mean, nowadays, if I light my pipe, people look at me as if I'm murdering their unborn children.
Well, you don't have to tell me. I don't care what they say. I've always liked men with pipes. It makes them look masculine.
Thank you, Eleanor.
And also gives them something to do with their hands.
Ah.
Oh, goodness, I wouldn't dare say I like pipes in Sarah's hearing. I'd get this terrible lecture about health hazards and cancer and... what is it she talks about? Passive smoking.
Passive smoking? What? Is that when you don't inhale?
No, Vernon, I think passive smoking is when the people who aren't smoking inhale the smoke of those who are.
I see.
With subsequent risks to the non-smoker.
And subsequent extra guilt to the smoker.
That's it. Still, don't let your tea get cold. Drink up.
But should I be drinking it with all that sugar in it?
Oh, I don't think you need worry. That will put me at risk, Vernon. They haven't yet identified a health hazard in passive sugar eating.
They will, Eleanor, they will. Give them time.
Yes, they probably will. You know, I'm sure we were better off in the old days, when we just got on with life rather than worrying about how much we were shortening it all the time.
Yes. Still, proof of the pudding's in the eating. Not, of course, that you're allowed to eat puddings these days either. I'm 71 years old and as fit as the proverbial fiddle. Didn't have any problem crawling round in your loft mending that ball cock for you, did I, Eleanor?
No, you didn't, Vernon. I'm so grateful to you for doing that. I couldn't possibly have done it myself. Plumbers charge so much these days.
Think nothing of it, my dear. You won't have any more problems with that overflow dripping.
You're so practical, Vernon.
Oh, yes. And with all parts still in perfect working order. I don't think the wicked, unhealthy life I've led has done me too much harm.
I'm sure it hasn't. Anyway, in my experience, all you've got to do with these health fads is sit tight, continue behaving exactly as you always have behaved, and soon enough it'll come full circle and you'll be ordered to do all the things you used to be forbidden.
I couldn't agree more, even though it's an unfashionable thing to say. Trouble is, you know, Eleanor, no two ways about it, we are old-fashioned.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Well, I'm old-fashioned. Don't mind admitting it.
Well, I do mind admitting it, rather, because, you see, I don't think I am old-fashioned.
Oh, of course not. How rude of me. Wasn't thinking... Look like the latest fashion plate, Eleanor. Always have done.
Oh, Vernon, I wasn't talking about that.
I don't know why it is that English women can't take compliments. Eye-tie women can. Frog women take compliments for granted. Get damned uppity if they don't get them. And yet here, where we've got the prettiest little women in the whole bang shooting match, you only have to tell them so to get a lot of blushing and simpering and mimsy-fimsing. Damn it, if I see a woman who's a real bobby-dazzler, my first instinct is to tell her so.
Ah, well, there I'm afraid you're old-fashioned again, Vernon.
Am I?
Oh, yes. Today's woman doesn't want to be judged by her looks.
No.
No, she wants to be judged as a person.
Does she? Well, I think I'll stay old-fashioned, thank you very much. I see quite enough persons everywhere I look. When I see a pretty woman, I see a pretty woman, not a pretty person. You don't want to be judged as a person, do you, Eleanor?
Good heavens, no. No, I'm afraid I've always thought... come in.
Afternoon, Mother.
Hello, Sarah, dear. You know Vernon?
We have it. Hello.
Oh, good afternoon, my dear. May I say how ravishing you're looking this afternoon?
Oh.
That is, I mean, what a ravishing person you're looking this afternoon.
I beg your pardon?
Do please sit down, Vernon.
Oh, but you're standing, my dear.
Yes, well, I'm standing because I'm not going to be here long. I just came to borrow something from Mother, so do please sit down.
I'm quite comfortable as I am, thank you.
Oh, all right. Long shot, Mother, but do you have any garlic?
Good heavens, no, I can't stand the stuff.
I know, but I do remember you borrowing some when you were trying that mushrooms in garlic recipe from your magazine.
Oh, yes. No, I'm afraid I threw that out.
Didn't use it?
No.
So you didn't do the recipe?
Yes, I did, but without the garlic.
Mushrooms in garlic without the garlic?
Yes.
I see. I just call that mushrooms, actually, Mother.
Call it what you like. It was very tasty.
Ah. Oh, look, please sit down, Vernon.
Perfectly tickety-boo as I am, thank you.
Why don't you ask Clare for some garlic? She's much more likely to have that sort of rubbish than I am.
Well, yes, I just didn't want to disturb her. I knew she was entertaining this afternoon.
I am entertaining this afternoon.
Yes, but I didn't know Vernon was here. I did know that Clare had got Gary coming round.
Gary with the pink hair and the earrings.
Yes, I think the hair's black with copper highlights now, but that's the one.
I hope she's not getting involved there.
I think after Julian it's going to be a long time before Clare gets involved anywhere. Her relationship with Gary's always been platonic anyway.
So you always say. The thought of her ending up with someone who looks like that is more than I could tolerate. Just think what the wedding photographs would be like. The wedding photographs stay on one's mantelpiece for a very long time.
Yes, Mother.
And as for the thought of Clare having children who look like Gary...
Mother, in all this knocking of Gary, you're not forgetting that his father's a knight, are you?
Oh. Yes, that had slipped my mind, actually. I suppose hair colour will always grow out, won't it?
Yes, I expect so, Mother.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Vernon, dear. Here we are, excluding you from our conversation completely.
Don't give it a second thought, Eleanor. I know how you little women like to natter. Goodness me, it'd be a strong man who could stand being included in all of women's conversations.
That's very rude, Vernon.
Yes, it is rather.
Perfect.
Anyway, I'll try Clare. Nice to see you again, Vernon.
Do let me open the door for you.
Now, I am capable of opening a door, Vernon.
I'll do it, just to be sure. My old father had a saying, never trust a woman to do anything practical.
Did he?
Oh, yes. I don't suppose you want to hear what he said about women drivers, do you?
No, thank you, Vernon, I don't. Bye, Mother.
Bye, Sarah.
And the trouble is, really, Gary, that it's just hit my confidence so much. I mean, you know, if Julian, who used to claim he was madly in love with me, well, if he can suddenly change his mind, which is what seems to have happened, if I've suddenly, overnight as it were, ceased to be attractive to him, why should I ever be attractive to anyone else ever again? I suppose the obvious question is, what do I feel about Julian now? Well, I thought I loved him as much as he loved me, but now it seems his love has just evaporated away, and I wonder what effect that's had on mine. I don't know. I think I miss him. I keep wanting to tell him things, but I feel so hurt and raw, so sort of internally bruised that I don't really know what I think. Is that love? Perhaps it is, I don't know.
No.
Well, do you think that's what love's like?
Well, yeah. I don't know, really. Could be.
Yes, you're right. Of course you're right.
Well...
I'm very grateful to you for coming round, Gary. It's such a relief to hear someone talking sense. Not getting emotional, not getting sentimental. Just being realistic, telling it to me like it is. I do appreciate it. Friends are so much better than lovers.
Well...
Friends last. Lovers all have a sell-by date on them. Trouble is, no one tells you when that sell-by date is. I suppose the obvious question you're going to ask, Gary, is how I'd react if Julian suddenly walked through the door this minute. Would I be all weak and fall into his arms again, or would I do what I should do and tell him to get lost, go back to Australia? And the answer is, I don't know, Gary. I just don't know. You see, the thing that really bugs me is when I... Oh, that'll be Mummy. Come in!
Clare, sorry to bother you, love.
What do you want?
Oh, hello, Gary.
Oh, yeah.
Don't bother to get up.
Oh, cheers.
Clare, have you got any garlic? I'm doing this marinade for the lamb for tomorrow, and I thought I had a few cloves in the larder.
I think I've got some. Hang on.
So, how are you keeping, Gary?
Oh, you know.
Yeah. Parents well?
I suppose so.
Any luck on the job front?
No.
Well. Here you are, Mummy. Oh, bless you, love. Sorry to have troubled you. Well, I'll, be off. Thank you. Bye, Gary.
I think you're right, though, Gary.
Oh.
As you say, the thing is just to wait and see, isn't it? Give it time.
And,
talking about what would happen if Julian walked through the door is a bit daft, isn't it? Because he's not going to walk through the door, is he? No. I think I'll do as you advise. Just try and let things take their own pace. Just don't try to force any issues. Yeah, that's going to be the best thing to do.
And quite honestly, Russell, I don't know which of the two masculine approaches is the more offensive. Straight boorishness is exemplified by Gary, or the patronising, undervaluing gallantry of Vernon.
They both sound pretty resistible to me.
Yes. I think on balance I prefer Gary's. At least his approach isn't sexist.
How do you mean?
Well, I think he would have been just as rude to me if I'd been a man.
Ah, the answer to the feminist maiden's prayer. Finally, I've achieved the equality I've spent my life fighting for. He was as rude to me as if I'd been a man.
At least it's honest rudeness. Nothing two-faced about it. Whereas in the Vernon school of manners, the tongue is constantly glorifying women, while the mind is constantly despising them.
Isn't despising a bit extreme?
I suppose all I'm really saying is that I hate the concept of woman as featherbrain. And even more, I hate seeing a woman who has no need to behave like that, playing up to the featherbrain stereotype.
You hadn't any specific examples in mind, by any chance, had you?
Well, in fact, I was thinking of my mother.
Sarah, you amaze me.
What?
No, I was just wondering how long it would be before Eleanor took up her customary central position in your conversation.
Oh, dear, am I becoming a mother bore?
No, a mother specialist, I would say.
I think that's probably only a polite way of saying the same thing.
Well, there is a distinction.
Not a big enough one to make me feel completely comfortable.
Ha-ha.
Still, what I was about to say was that the one thing that has always infuriated me about Mother...
One thing?
Well, amongst other things, what has infuriated me about Mother is the way she responds to the coy gallantry practiced by men like Vernon. She goes all simpery and fluttering.
Feather-brained, in fact, exactly as the stereotype demands.
Yes, which I'm afraid, given Mother's actual character, is hideously inappropriate. I mean, the idea of her being feather-brained is just laughable. Her brain is made of refined tungsten, or possibly something rather harder than that. It only takes some arch old buffer pretending she can't be trusted to switch a light off for her to go all frivolous and winsome.
Have you ever challenged Eleanor with it? Asked her why she behaves like that?
Always sort of skirted round the subject. The only kind of answer I get is that it's to do with some dreadful phenomenon she calls feminine wiles.
Yuck.
Precisely. Feminine wiles are apparently those subterfuges by which women use their sexuality and charm to dupe men into giving them exactly what they want.
Well, I would say Eleanor's feminine wiles are in very good trim. I mean, she always gets what she wants, doesn't she?
Yes.
And not just from men.
What do you mean?
Well, she always gets what she wants from you, doesn't she?
Yes, most of the time I suppose she does.
So you should be pleased, shouldn't you?
Pleased? Why?
Well, at least her approach isn't sexist.
Come in, Mother.
Good afternoon, Sarah. I heard the most peculiar sounds coming from here. Sarah, what on earth are you doing?
Putting a shelf up, Mother.
Goodness, how brave.
Not particularly, just needed doing.
You will be careful with those tools, won't you, dear?
Yes, Mother.
Vera Polling's nephew William drilled a hole in his knee using one of those things. Did he? Still walks with a stick.
I will be careful, Mother.
Good. I see those holes aren't in a straight line, are they?
Would you like to make yourself some coffee, Mother?
Oh, very well.
Make one for me.
Make one for me, please, Sarah. Remember, the biggest doors open to the littlest keys. Yes, thank you, and if you please.
What? Would you say that was in the middle?
The plank.
The shelf.
Well, I suppose the shelf is in the middle, yes, but...
Good.
But it's just an angle.
What? Look, could you just hold the wood straight while I put the screws in?
Oh, yes. No, the shelf's at an angle because the holes aren't in a straight line.
They're in a straight line with the cupboard.
Yes, but then the cupboard's not straight.
Nope.
You really should get a man in to do this, Sarah.
What?
Well,
Why?
men do this sort of thing instinctively.
Do they?
Yes, it's natural for men. Part of the way they're made.
Rubbish. That cupboard was put in by a man. Henry, as it happens. And as you observed, it's crooked. Henry also tried putting up a shelf here, and it fell out as soon as any weight was put on it.
Yes, but that was Henry. I mean, I'm the last person to say anything against him, but he wasn't like most men.
What?
He was very clumsy. Most men aren't like that.
Vera Polling's nephew William managed to kneecap himself with an electric drill. So I think maybe your remark about men doing this sort of thing instinctively was a bit of a generalisation.
I didn't say all men, Sarah. The only point I'm making is that there are differences between the sexes.
I have never questioned that, Mother. You can let go now. The screw's holding it.
Oh, good. No, all I'm saying is that one shouldn't try to change the natural differences between men and women.
I don't think my putting up a shelf could be construed as trying to change the natural differences between men and women.
Well, it's symptomatic. Men should be allowed to do things like putting up shelves because they get enormous simple satisfaction from that kind of achievement.
Well, I will get enormous simple satisfaction from having an operative shelf in my kitchen.
Yes, but I don't like to think of you as some strident feminist in dungarees.
Mother, I am not... Look, why is it nowadays no one can use the word feminist without including words strident and dungarees in the same sentence?
Now, don't try to sidetrack me, Sarah. You know what I mean?
I know what you think.
God intended men and women to have different roles. Man was intended to be the hunter and gatherer.
The electric driller and the ratchet screwdriver.
Exactly. While woman was intended to be the homemaker and the cook.
And the clothes washer and the hooverer and the duster and the washer-upper.
Yes. And man was intended to make the decisions and woman to abide by them.
Oh, you've got a nerve to say that.
What do you mean?
Well, Danny never made any of the decisions in your marriage.
No, I know he didn't actually make them. I made them, but the important thing was I made him think he made them.
I see, and don't tell me how you did it. Feminine wild.
Exactly. Sarah, I just happen to believe that men and women should behave as God wants them to behave.
Or rather, as you want them to behave.
Yes, well, it comes to the same thing, really.
So who would you say was in charge, men or women?
Well, women, obviously. But it's part of a woman's duty to prevent men from realizing that.
Yes, it all sounds quite devious to me.
Devious it may be, but it's the way life's gone on since the Garden of Eden.
There. I am now the proud possessor of one kitchen shelf. Not too difficult after all.
Oh, well, it's good timing, because your coffee's ready.
Lovely.
I'll put it on the shelf for you.
Thanks. Oh, no.
Well, you said you'd only know whether it worked or not when you put some weight on it, didn't you?
I'd say it's horses for courses, Sarah. Some people are good at do-it-yourself and some aren't. It's nothing to do with what sex they are.
No. I just wish, though, that shelf had stayed up, not as a shelf.
What do you mean, not as a shelf?
I mean, only incidentally as a shelf. I mean, more as a support to my argument. Since I spent a long time trying to convince Mother that I was just as capable of putting a shelf up as a man, and that I didn't need to get a man in to do it for me, the least the shelf could have done was to prove my point.
Well, I don't think shelves have really made a major contribution to the feminist debate yet.
No. Well, they should have done. I think there's probably something wrong with the wall.
They do say, of course, that a bad workman blames his tools, or should I say a bad work person.
Shut up, Russell. Oh, I do just sometimes get sick of the whole feminist debate. All that gender stereotyping and everyone making the predictable comments, the predictable jokes about the difference between men and women. I don't know, it can all get so boring.
Yes, I agree. I often just wish to God there could be an end of roles and role-playing. People should be allowed to develop naturally, not according to some external system of expectations. That was quick.
What do you mean?
Well, it must be God on the phone saying he heard my prayer. Bygone books.
Hello, Russell. Could I speak to Sarah?
Yes, of course. It's for you.
Is it God?
She thinks so.
Hello, Mother.
Listen, Sarah, I've got some very good news for you.
Oh?
About that shelf in your kitchen.
What about it?
I've solved your problem.
Have you?
Well, I mentioned it to Vernon.
What?
And he's agreed to come and fix it for you.
But...
Vernon's wonderful with his hands, Sarah, dear. He had no problem at all mending that faulty ballcock on my water tank.
No.
So it's a very good offer, isn't it, dear?
Yes, yes, it is.
And one you can't refuse, Sarah, can you?
No, I can't. Thank you for arranging it, Mother. Bye.
Goodbye, dear.
What's the problem?
Oh, nothing. I just found out where telephones stand on sexual politics.
Oh?
As bad as shelves and walls.
Oh.
There. Now, your trouble was, Sarah, my darling, that you've got a very dodgy surface to work with.
Yeah, I said that.
Yes, you see, it's this old plaster.
Is it?
And before you started drilling, you should have made good.
Should I?
Oh, yes.
Isn't it kind of Vernon to help us out, Sarah, dear?
Very kind.
And I think also we may have chosen the wrong size plugs for the screws.
Maybe?
Oh, yes.
I said you had to be careful to get the right size, didn't I, Mummy?
Yes, Claire, yes, you did.
You see, the secret of all do-it-yourself is the right preparation.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Now, if you'll excuse me,
You stay and listen, Sarah. It's very good of Vernon to share his expertise with you.
You see, no two ways about it. You've got a problem all here.
Yeah, I said I thought there was something wrong with the wall.
There's something wrong with it, certainly, but remember, only bad workmen blame their tools. When you've got something wrong, what you have to do is remedy the situation. You see, before I started drilling, I filled in the cracks and prepared the surface.
Yes.
And as you'll observe, if you've drilled the right size holes and got the right size plugs, they go in as easy as a well-lubricated... Well, as easy as you like. There.
I see.
You ever tried any do-it-yourself, Clare?
No. I always hope I can persuade someone to do it for me.
I'm sure with a smile like yours you have no problem in that department.
Be careful, Claire. Vernon's a terrible flirt.
Oh, how can you say that, Eleanor?
Well, it's true.
Oh, no. Flirting has nothing to do with it. I was just making the objective observation that Claire has a very beautiful smile, clearly inherited from her mother and in turn from her grandmother.
Oh, Vernon.
Anyone like some coffee? Vernon?
Please. I think we can trust you to do that, eh, Sarah? Never have any worries about a woman making a cup of coffee for me. Best thing a woman can do for a man. Well, perhaps not best thing, but...
You want coffee, Claire?
No. I must go down to the flat in a minute.
Mother?
Oh, yes, please, dear.
Now, you see, those brackets are perfectly parallel, aren't they?
Yes, they are now.
You are clever, Vernon.
Nothing to it. Just experience in the use of a spirit level. You didn't think to use a spirit level, did you, Sarah?
No, I didn't.
Oh, dear, never mind. Right, now all we have to do is place the shelf on the brackets. So, and of course, I pre-drilled the holes for the screws to go underneath.
Of course.
Preparation again, you know, Sarah. Planning always pays off.
Yes.
If you've got any other little jobs that need doing around the house, always happy to oblige, you know, Sarah.
Thank you.
Or for you, Claire, my little love.
Thanks.
I suppose it's the new chivalry, really, isn't it?
What do you mean, Vernon?
Well, we men no longer gallop round rescuing damsels in distress with our lances, but we can certainly help out with our old ratchet screwdrivers.
That's very true, Vernon. Isn't that a lovely thought, Sarah?
Lovely.
Don't you agree, Claire?
Lovely. I must go. Things to get on with. See you.
Goodbye, my beautiful. There. One kitchen shelf, perfectly horizontal, built to last a lifetime as per order.
Thank you very much, Vernon. 1 cup of coffee, as per order.
Bless you, my dear. Now, just put it down here on our new shelf while I unplug. Oh, safety fast, you know.
Well, that seems absolutely fine, Vernon. Thank you very much.
I don't detect from your tone that you were rather hoping the shelf would fall down when some weight was put on it, do I, Sarah, my lovely?
No, of course not. I'm very grateful to you.
Yes, I must say, Vernon, it does make a difference having a man around the house to sort out these little things.
Granny, there's water pouring down from your overflow. It's splashing into my sitting room.
What?
Oh, no, Eleanor, you must have left the bath tap running.
I most certainly did not. I haven't had a bath this morning.
You must have done, you stupid woman.
Less of the stupid, thank you, Vernon. I should think it's much more likely that the ball cock on my water tank wasn't mended properly.
What? How dare
Will you please stop arguing and go down and do something about it? There's water pouring onto my carpet.
Oh, very well. Mind you, I know we'll find it's your fault, Eleanor.
I'm sure we won't, Vernon. You always think you're in the right.
Oh, will you shut up, you silly old bag?
Oh, dare talk to me like that.
Take that smug look off your face, Mummy.
What?
I know exactly what you're thinking.
Yes, you probably do. I was just thinking, wasn't it a wonderful demonstration of the new chivalry? Claire, morning.
Morning.
Not up yet, I see?
Observant as ever, Mummy. What was it that gave me away, the pyjamas or the telltale lump under the duvet?
Oh, I just came in to say good morning, Claire.
You've said it.
Yes. Yes, well, see how you are.
Pretty lousy. Sick and tired and...
Well, your body clock must be all over the place. I mean, only a couple of days ago you were in Australia.
My body clock is so confused it wouldn't surprise me if a cuckoo suddenly popped out my head.
Well, it's not surprising, is it? It's a long way. You've been travelling. How about your emotion clock? Well, we established that your body clock's confused. I was wondering if your emotion clock was equally confused. Claire, that is a rather tortuous way of saying.
I know exactly what it's a torturous way of saying. I told you I'm not going to talk about the things you want me to talk about.
why you left Australia in such a hurry? Or what the situation is in your relationship with Julian? Or whether you're back permanently or... Right, fine. I see, you've made everything very clear.
Look, Mummy, I've got a lot of decisions to make.
Yes.
And they aren't decisions I can rush.
No.
So I need time to sort them out in my own head.
Yes.
So I can't take too much time.
No.
Because they have to be made pretty soon.
Yes.
Look, Mummy, will you stop just saying yes and no all the time?
I'm sorry, Claire, but since I'm not allowed to ask any questions, either I just say yes and no, or I say absolutely
I
nothing.
don't see what's wrong with absolutely nothing.
Fine. All right. I understand. Well, I'll wait to hear from you. You know, if you want anything or want to talk or...
Mummy?
Yes, love?
There is something I wanted to say.
Yes?
Thanks for coming to say good morning.
Think nothing of it, Claire.
Bye.
Found it.
What?
As a quote I've been looking for days about books. I knew it was 17th century. I felt fairly certain some kind of divine who wrote it, but, well, anyway, I found it.
How does it go?
When there is no recreation or business for thee abroad, thou mayst have a company of honest old fellows in their leather jackets in thy study, which will find thee excellent divertisement at home. To divert at any time a troublesome fancy, run to thy books. They presently fix thee to them, and drive the other out of thy thoughts. They always receive thee with the same kindness.
It's lovely. Who is it?
Thomas Fuller.
Ah.
Thomas Fuller, the Royalist Divine.
Ah.
Who I'm sure you wouldn't confuse with Dr. Thomas Fuller, the compiler of the collection of proverbs and aphorisms known as Nomologia.
No, Russell, no danger of my doing that.
Well, it's a surprisingly common mistake, so you could be excused if you had mixed them up.
Oh, well, thank you. Unfair, really, isn't it, when you get two people with the same name?
Particularly when both of them are given to spawning quotations. Of course, the second Thomas Fuller, the medical one, was more of a collector of quotations than an originator of them.
Was he?
He also, now, this is interesting, he was also the first English writer to describe how to distinguish the spots made by flea bites from those caused by eruptive fevers.
Good heavens. You must be much sought after by dinner party hostesses, Russell.
Huh.
How don't you know all this?
Well, I don't really. Read a lot. An inquiring mind, butterfly mind, though, unfortunately. Ankle deep in everything, that's me. Oh, goodness, what's happened, Sarah? You've been in at work for over 2 hours and you haven't said anything about either your mother or your daughter.
Oh, shut up, Russell. You should be jolly grateful.
No, not at all. I need my daily fix of life in the France household. I crave it. I'm addicted to it.
You know, I think you have the same attitude to my family that the great British public has to neighbours.
Yes, you're right. And the parallel's even closer now, of course, because you have an Australian dimension, too. Has Claire come back with an accent?
No, she's come back with nothing, so far as I can tell, except sealed lips.
Ah, nice to have her back, though.
Oh, yes, lovely. But I'd just like to know what's happened. I mean, clearly something's happened, but suddenly to come back with no warning, some trauma.
You've no idea what?
Not at all. I can make all kinds of conjectures, but I don't actually know anything. It is a bit unsettling.
I suppose what you really want to know is whether she's going to stay or not.
Just to be able to look ahead a bit, make a few plans. I don't know. Is a girl of 20 who's had a taste of freedom likely to come back to live permanently under the same roof as her mother? Even if she has got her own flat under that roof, I'd have thought probably not.
Thomas Fuller has something to say on this subject.
Well, he would, wouldn't he?
The Nomologia one, of course.
Of course, right. Tell me, what was it?
Daughters and dead fish are no keeping wares.
Oh. Thank you very much, Russell.
Come in.
Good morning, Claire, darling.
Hello, Granny.
Still in bed, I see.
Yes.
And feeling all down in the dumps. Things always seem worse from in bed, you know, Claire.
Do they?
Oh, yes. You know what they say, things that look bad on the horizontal look much better on the perpendicular.
Eh? Who says that?
Well, I say it anyway.
Oh. Anyway, thank you for your advice, Granny, but I feel sick and lousy and I'm not going to get up.
Till when?
Till I can think of a reason to get up.
Oh, how long's that likely to be?
In my current mood, I think it could see out my lifetime.
Now, this is all tied in with why you left Australia, isn't it? And your relationship with Julian, isn't it? Don't worry. You can tell me. I won't tell your mother.
No, but you tell everyone else in the town.
Claire!
I know you. Someone only has to say something in confidence to guarantee it goes round Vera Poling and the rest of the harpies within 10 minutes.
Claire, don't be so rude. My friends aren't harpies. Well, I suppose Vera Poling's a bit of a harpy, but my other friends certainly aren't. You can tell me what went wrong, Claire.
Who said anything went wrong?
Well, it was mainly that Julian was too immature to take on any responsibility, wasn't it? I mean, it's only to be expected. He hadn't got a very responsible way of life, had he? Anyone who expects to make a living from busking on street corners...
He didn't busk on street corners. He was writing songs for a rock album. He was making a great deal of money doing it.
Money isn't everything.
I know
Claire,
that,
dear.
Granny.
So, the problem was that Julian was too immature to take on the responsibility of looking after you.
No.
You mean he was responsible?
No, I mean... It wasn't just me that he couldn't take responsibility for. It was... He couldn't take responsibility for anyone else either. Look, I said I'm not going to talk about this.
No, not for a while.
Not for a long while.
How long?
I don't know, months. However long it takes.
Your mother and I are here to help, you know.
Yes, and maybe when I get to the end of the process, I'll be glad of your help. At the moment, thank you very much, but I can manage on my own.
You're very brave, Claire.
Very stupid, more like. Very predictable. Naive. Emotionally immature. Falling for something like that. The oldest mistake in the book.
Which oldest mistake?
Oh, the thought that love is enough. That if the love's there, then you don't have to worry about the practical things. Well, I won't get caught the same way another time. Not that there'll be another time. I don't think I'll ever get out this time. My life's ruined. I don't think I'll ever be the same again.
Claire.
Granny, please just leave me on my own. I want to be on my own.
But
please. Until I can come to terms with what's happened.
Well...
It's happened to lots of other people and they've survived it. And I'm sure I will too. But all I need at the moment is to be alone.
Very well, dear. If that's what you want.
Yes.
I just want you to know, dear, that I do understand what you've been telling me.
Oh?
Oh, yes, Claire. I fully understand. Goodbye, dear. And good luck. Good evening, Sarah, dear.
Mother.
Yes, dear. You haven't said good evening yet.
No, what's the problem?
Problem?
Is your cooker broken down?
No.
Washing machine on the blink?
No.
Fridge not working? Toaster fuse? Sink blocked?
There's nothing wrong with any of them. What is all this, Sarah?
I was simply trying to work out why someone whose own kitchen is apparently in perfect working order should need to be sitting in someone else's kitchen.
Oh, I see. Just more of your sarcasm, Mrs.
No,
Sarah.
it isn't just more of my sarcasm, Mother. It is a reaction of extreme anger to yet another breach of the ground rules which I thought we'd agreed for our coexistence in this house.
Oh, really, Sarah? I can't be bothering with all that.
Clearly, but it does bother me a great deal. The idea that when I come home from work, I can't even come into my own kitchen without...
Oh, stop it, Sarah. I've got something important to tell you.
I'm sure nothing so important that he couldn't have waited until I was safely installed in my bit of the house and you had had time to come down and knock on my door.
Much more important than that, Sarah. Listen, I've been talking to Claire.
Oh, well, I'm glad you put it that way round. I'm sure you didn't get Claire talking to you.
Claire was perfectly polite to me, as she always is. Just because you're so rude to me all the time, you mustn't assume that everyone else behaves the same.
I was not assuming that. I was merely observing that Claire is not at her most communicative right now.
Don't you believe it?
What, she actually told you something?
Oh, yes.
Hasn't told me anything.
No, but then your aggressive approach has always made her clam up. She did when she was a tiny thing.
Yes, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
Mother, I saw a lot more of her when she was a tiny thing than you did, and let me tell you, she didn't clam up then. She's only clammed up, as you put it, since Henry died.
You didn't see it, Sarah. You were too close to her. You needed someone with a bit of perspective, a bit of objectivity.
Meaning you?
Yes.
Ha! Don't even know the meaning of the word objectivity.
I remember very clearly one occasion when Claire was only 5. Daddy and I had come for Sunday lunch. Henry was out on a call. And when I arrived, Claire was roaring with hysterical laughter. I remember it as if it was yesterday, Sarah, and I said, "What's the joke, Claire, darling? Do share it with Granny." And she was about to tell me, and then you said in that aggressive way of yours, "Are you really going to tell Granny what you were laughing about, Claire?" And suddenly she clammed up.
Yes.
I dare say you don't remember the occasion, but it's very clear.
I remember the occasion perfectly, Mother. In fact, I was being tactful.
Tactful?
Yes, and trying to get Claire to be a little tactful, too.
Well, she never told me what she was laughing at.
No, well, would you like me to tell you now? Is it still of interest after 15 years?
Yes, of course it is, Sarah.
All right, Claire was laughing because she had just thought up a new nickname for you.
For me?
Yes. A nickname which to her 5-year-old mind represented the height of wit and sophistication.
Oh, what was it?
Granny the Pooh.
Granny the Pooh? How ridiculous. I bet you put her up to it, Sarah.
I didn't. It was
anyway, it doesn't change my point. Claire always has clammed up when you started asking her things. You've never had the rapport with Claire that I've had.
Well, I didn't...
Anyway, enough of this time wasting. I'm here in your kitchen, and you'll be grateful for it when you know the reason, Sarah.
Huh.
Because I found out certain important information from Claire.
What, like why she left Australia in such a hurry?
Oh, yes.
And what the current scene is with Julian?
Certainly.
I see. Well, amaze me.
She left Julian because he was immature.
Maybe.
He couldn't cope with the responsibility of her and someone else.
What, he had another girlfriend?
No, let me finish. They thought love would be enough, so they didn't bother about practical things. So that's why she fell. The oldest mistake in the book.
I don't understand.
It's obvious, Sarah. Claire was saying they thought love was enough, so they didn't bother about practical things.
Yes.
Meaning they didn't take any precautions, which was why she fell.
What?
She was feeling too sick to get up this morning.
Are you saying Claire's pregnant, Mother?
Yes, of course I am.
But what on earth makes it... Did she tell you she was?
In as many words, Sarah, yes.
So, do you think it's true? Do you think she actually is?
I've no idea, Russell. Every instinct screams at me that Mother's got the wrong end of the stick yet again. But on the other hand, there is a kind of awful logic about it. It would explain the peculiar way Claire's behaving.
Oh, goodness, Sarah, do you realize if Claire had a daughter as a single parent, we would have 4 generations of women living in the same house.
Oh, my God.
Just think of the increased permutations for emotional blackmail.
You need a computer to work them out. It'd be dreadful. I can just imagine it. Mother would be in 7th heaven at the thought of a new, completely untouched human mind to shape to her will. It's the Jesuit approach to childcare. Believes if she can get hold of it young enough, she can bring up any child exactly in her image.
But her one real experiment with that failed.
What do you mean?
You?
Russell, that's the nicest thing anyone said to me for years.
Well, it would seem to me that the obvious way to sort this question out is to ask Claire.
Yes.
You don't sound very sure.
Well, Claire's not talking at the moment, not to me anyway.
Silence is a fine jewel for a woman, but it's a little worn.
What an incredibly sexist observation.
Yes, well, they weren't so aware of the pitfalls of sexism in the 17th century.
Oh, don't tell me. Thomas Bloody Fuller again, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not actually sure which one this time. Sounds like something from Nomologia, though, doesn't it?
If you say so.
Did you talk to Claire this morning?
No. There was no sound from her flat. She was still asleep, I suppose. Still in bed, anyway.
Delayed jet lag.
Yes. Ugh. Or if Mother's theory is correct, morning sickness.
You'll just have to ask her.
I'll feel such a fool, though. I mean, assuming she isn't. When I ask, she'll think I found the twist.
But look, if she's told Eleanor...
But has she? Mother's mind is so devious. She can build up huge edifices of fantasy from the smallest hint. I mean, I remember once Mother became firmly convinced that the barmaid in the Red Lion was going on the game because she was seen in the local hardware shop buying a red light bulb. But you're right, Russell. Can't put it off, however embarrassing it is. Next time I speak to Claire, I will ask her straight out. Firm approach, direct questioning.
Good for you. Bygone books.
Hello, Russell, it's Claire.
Oh, hello. Good morning.
Is Mummy there?
Yes. Yes, of course. It's your daughter, Sarah.
Oh. Hello, love.
Listen, Mummy, I thought I'd better tell you. When you come back tonight, I won't be here.
What?
I just don't want you to be worried.
Well, that's very thoughtful, but I think are you going back to Australia? I mean, you can't really commute back and forth there every other day, you know.
I'm not going to Australia. I'm going to see Rosie.
Rosie?
You know, from school.
Oh, the one who works in computers, lives with that slob Paul?
Lived with that slob Paul. He's walked out, but yes, that's the one. Look, I'm sorry, Mummy, but I'm finding it dreadful being here in the flat.
Well,
It's not your fault, and it's not Granny's fault, but you do both keep bugging me. You know, asking me what my plans are.
I thought I'd been rather good about not doing that.
Yes, you have, up to a point. But the thing is, even when you're not asking me about my plans, I can feel you wanting to ask me about my plans.
Oh, well, I'll try to exercise greater control over my subconscious in future.
Please, don't take it personally.
No, of course not.
It's just that Rosie's nearer my age, and I think, well, we've got more in common. We talk the same language.
Yes.
I mean, she'll understand the situation much better than someone older can. She has been through it all. We can have real girl-to-girl chats all day and...
Yes, all right. I'm not offended. Just hope you have a good time. Hope it helps.
Thanks.
How long will you be away?
Only a few days. Back by the weekend, I should think. I'll give you a buzz anyway.
Oh, fine. One thing.
What?
How are you going to be able to have girl-to-girl chats all day if Rosie's at work doing whatever she does to computers?
Oh, she's given up work.
Really?
Yes, well, the baby's due in a couple of months.
Claire.
Bye-bye, Mummy. I'll call you.
Bye, Claire.
Well, Sarah, congratulations on your firm approach and direct questioning.
Thank you, Russell.
Sarah, it's perfectly clear. There's no doubt about it.
Well...
Oh, come on, Sarah, dear. You're just trying to evade the truth.
I'm not.
You yourself said Claire told you she was going to stay with her friend Rosie because Rosie would understand her situation. And Claire also told you that Rosie was 7 months pregnant.
Yes.
Well, really, Sarah, you don't have to be Eisenstein to put two and two together.
Eisenstein was a film director, Mother.
Well, you know who I mean. And it doesn't change my point. Claire is pregnant. She told me, and you wouldn't believe it. Now she's told you, in absolutely unequivocal terms, and you still won't believe it.
They were not unequivocal terms. They were extremely equivocal.
Listen, she said Rosie would understand the situation.
There are situations other than being pregnant, Mother.
I agree, there are, but not in this situation.
Mother...
Anyway, we'd better forget any ideas we had about Claire and me changing flats.
What? Why?
Buggies.
I beg your pardon?
Well, you hear these dreadful cases of single-parent mothers stuck at the top of tower blocks with no lifts.
Mother, a three-story house is hardly a tower block.
No, but we haven't got a lift. And Claire would be a single-parent mother.
No, she wouldn't. She'd be a single parent or an unmarried mother, or at a pinch a single-parent family. Can't be a single-parent mother.
Can't you?
No. Well, I suppose a mother who was the offspring of a single-parent family herself could possibly be called a single-parent mother, but it'd be unusual.
Sarah, what you call it is not important. We both know what it would mean that Claire would be. I suppose it's rather glamorous in a way.
What are you talking about?
Well, I've always been a believer in free love.
Really? You fooled me. During my teens, you used virtually to padlock me into my knickers.
Don't be vulgar, Sarah. No, I think Claire's very brave to go ahead with it and not get married.
We don't know whether that's what she is doing. We don't know anything. She hasn't told us anything. Julian might be arriving on the next plane to come and claim her as his bride.
Oh, no. No, as I say, she's been very brave. A lot of girls, when they get pregnant, just immediately marry the father without thinking about it.
Do they?
Yes, I mean, look at Vera Polling's granddaughter, Stephanie. The minute she got pregnant, she married the father.
And from all accounts, it's been a very successful marriage.
No, you can't believe everything you hear, Sarah, dear. No, I think Vera could be a little put out when she hears about this.
Mother, you are not to use Claire's conjectural pregnancy as another weapon in your one-upmanship battle with Vera Poling.
I wouldn't dream of it, dear. All I'm saying is that the news might wipe that supercilious smile off Vera's face. Honestly, the way she goes on about it, you'd think no one had ever been a great-grandmother before in the history of the world.
Mother, there is a rather apt expression quite possibly collected by Dr. Thomas Fuller in his Nomologia that you shouldn't count your chickens before they're hatched.
And anyway, Stephanie and family live way over in Epping Forest or somewhere. It's not as if Vera sees that much of her great-grandchild anyway. Whereas, obviously, I'd see a great deal of mine.
What do you mean?
Well, Clare mustn't be allowed to let this blight her life. She must go back to work afterwards. And it's very important that she gets her social life going again, too. Then you'll still be working at Bygone Books, obviously.
Mother, are you suggesting that you should bring up your conjectural great-grandchild yourself?
Well, of course. It would be the logical thing to happen.
And suppose Clare doesn't want you to bring up her baby?
Ah, at least now you're admitting that she's pregnant.
I'm not. It was a slip of the tongue. I mean, suppose Clare didn't want you to bring up her baby. Subjunctive, at least I think so.
No, I'm sure Clare would see the logic of it. Because I think I can say without undue modesty that I do bring up children very well.
Ah.
What do you mean?
Ah, nothing.
No, come on, Sarah, I want to know. I won't just have you saying to me like that. It's very rude.
Must have been the way I was brought up.
Don't be impertinent, Sarah. You know I brought you up.
Yes, I do know that, and that was really why I said
I don't understand. Are you suggesting that I didn't bring you up well?
I think you brought me up very well.
Thank you.
According to your lights.
According to my lights? What's that supposed to mean?
It's supposed to mean that you brought me up following the conventional wisdom of the time.
Yes.
But fashions and theories of childcare have changed since then.
In what way?
In many ways. Nowadays, fathers are much more involved in childcare than they were in your day.
What do you mean? You said good night to your father every evening of your life when he came home from work.
Yes, but I didn't see much of him the rest of the time. Till I was about 7, I thought he was just a man who came into the house every evening for me to say good night to.
Don't be facetious.
It was only when he was laid up with that bad bout of shingles that I realised he actually lived in the house.
You're exaggerating, Sarah.
Oh, all right, maybe I am a bit. But the point I'm making is that he had nothing to do with bringing me up. You did it all.
And so it should be. That's what mothers are for. Your father would have been dreadful at bringing you up.
Oh?
Yes, far too indulgent. Children need discipline. They need a timetable for everything. Feeding.
Well, I think Truby King has a great...
No, Sarah, I don't want to hear about all that demand feeding nonsense. I blame demand feeding for a lot of what's wrong with this country today.
Do you, Mother?
Yes. Well, it's only common sense. If you bring up an entire generation to the idea that they can demand and get food whenever they want it, rather than when their mother wants to give it to them, well, obviously they're going to think they can demand and get everything else just when they want it. That's why all this mugging goes on.
What?
You didn't have mugging when babies were brought up on a regular timetable with feeds every 4 hours. It's only when you've got a whole generation who were fed on demand that they think they can go around taking old ladies' handbags on demand. That's what causes mugging.
Just that?
That and the abolition of national service, yes.
I see, Mother. Well, I'm afraid we seem to have hit just another of those many issues. In fact, offhand, I can't think of any which don't fit into this category, on which we must agree to differ.
You can agree to differ if you want to, Sarah. That's your privilege. The fact remains, though, that I happen to be right.
Fine. Well, I'm afraid we'll just have to agree to differ on that one too, Mother.
And, of course, what's happened to Clare is just further proof of my point.
What? Are you saying that if I hadn't demand-fed Clare, she wouldn't now be, as she quite possibly isn't, pregnant? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I'm glad you got the point at last, Sarah.
It seems my soul is like a filthy pond wherein fish die soon and frogs live long.
Oh, I like that. Sums up exactly how I feel.
No, which one?
Thomas Fuller?
Yes, keep talking.
The Royalist Divine.
Excellent. Right. How about travel makes a wise man better, but a fool worse?
And I wonder which category Clare fits into. Dr. Thomas Fuller.
No, sorry, same one again, the Royalist.
Oh.
It's a silly game that nobody wins.
You can say that again.
No, that was a quote.
Oh. I don't know, the doctor?
Yes, it's from Nomologia. Do I detect, sir, I've just the teeniest lack of enthusiasm for this game?
Well...
I'd say no more.
I'm sorry, Russell, it's just... my concentration's not very good at the moment.
No, I fully understand. And what I think you should do about it is, Bygone Books.
Hi, Russell, it's Claire. Is Mummy there?
Yes. It's your daughter.
No, Claire?
Hi, Mummy.
How are things?
Fine. I just rang to say I'll be coming back this evening.
Oh, well, thanks for letting me know. And has being with Rosie helped?
I suppose a bit. I mean, it does help talking to someone who's been through it all.
Does it?
Well, her and Paul was a bit like Julian and me.
Ah.
You know, started off as the most romantic thing on God's earth and then ended up like this.
Yes, yes. Like what, Claire?
Well, with them apart.
Yes.
Rosie left holding the baby.
And you say your situation is the same?
Pretty much. I'm sorry I couldn't talk about it earlier, Mummy, but...
No, that's fine. I'm glad you're going to clear it up now, though. You know, what has actually happened. I mean, it'll mean, well, a few readjustments.
Yes, it will. Actually, you know, seeing Rosie did make me feel a bit better, but for all the wrong reasons.
Oh?
Seeing someone worse off than myself, I'm afraid.
Well, I thought you said you were both in the same situation.
Well, partly, but at least I'm not pregnant.
Aren't you?
What?
No, I mean, sorry. Yes, of course you aren't, are you?
No. Are you all right, Mummy?
Absolutely fine.
I don't know what's happening to this family. I just spoke to Granny and...
Oh?
Well, I thought you might have gone home by now, so I rang there. And guess who answered your phone?
I see.
Anyway, do you know what she said to me?
No?
She said she'd stand by me whatever happened. She said I must have lots of iron and that insisting on every 4 hours was only being cruel to be kind.
No, is that what you said?
Yes. You don't think Granny's got senile dementia, do you, Mummy?
No, I don't.
Oh, good. Well, look. Anyway, I'll see you later.
Sure. Bye, love.
Bye.
Well?
Well, how can I put it? The wise should hearken not unto those of their elders for whom every stick hath 2 wrong ends.
Oh, I don't know that. Dr. Thomas Fuller, no melodia?
No, neither Thomas Fuller.
Who then?
Sarah France.
Ah, very good.
I'm not quite sure what I should say.
Why?
Well, Claire, my natural instinct is to say something which I'm afraid might be hurtful.
What is the something?
Good.
It's all right. You can say it.
Good, then.
Yes, it is good. I was just infatuated with Philip. While I was seeing him all the time, I was obsessed by him. Now he's gone away, it's all right.
Ah. Well, I hope you're not too hurt.
I'll bounce back in time.
But
what it has taught me is that affairs with married men just don't work. You were right.
Oh, was I?
Yes. In that kind of affair, you so quickly get into a cycle of lying and deception and guilt and panic. You know, when I heard Philip was going to be transferred to another office, my first feeling was one of massive relief.
Was it?
Yes. As you said, that kind of affair can never work.
Did I say that?
I'm sure you did. Why, isn't that what you think?
Well, yes, of course. I mean, in most cases, yes. I dare say there are 1 or 2 that do work out, but as a general rule...
So anyway, I am now going to be very positive and active and pick up my life and be very busy and forget all about him.
Good.
Which is why I actually dropped in. Wonder if you'd like to go out for a drink this evening.
What, me? With you?
Yes.
Goodness, Claire.
What?
Well, I can't think that you've asked me to have a drink with you since you gave up Ribena.
I'm asking now.
Yes, and I'm suitably honoured.
Well, would you like to?
Yes, Claire. That is to say, I mean, any other day I would have... the fact is, I'm meeting someone else for a drink this evening.
Oh. Oh, well, never mind.
Just an old friend. Yes, old friend who I haven't seen for a bit and then suddenly saw. And this person said, how about meeting for a drink? And I said yes.
Ah.
And the thing is, I would come and have a drink with you because I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to be meeting my friend, you know, the exact time. But if I am going to be drinking later, it doesn't really make sense to have a drink before, does it? Don't want to get drunk, you know, the old breathalyzer.
Sure. I'll go and see if Granny fancies going out for a drink.
Yes, why not?
Incidentally, have you told her yet?
Told her what?
About your affair with a married man.
What?
Oh, come on, you remember. Granny got hold of the wrong end of the stick and thought it was you who was having an affair with Philip.
Oh, yes. Huh.
Well, now neither of us is. It doesn't matter if you tell her the truth.
Except that she'll start thinking badly of you.
But maybe it'll stop her thinking badly of you.
Oh, I don't think anything will stop that. The idea that I'm having an affair with a married man only confirms the gloomy prognosis she made for me at my birth.
Well, if you do want to tell her, I don't mind.
All right, I'll see. If the right moment comes up. Oh, there's the telephone.
Yes. Aren't you going to answer it?
Yes, of course. Look, why don't you go up and see if Granny does want to go out for a drink?
Yes, I was about to, but...
Hello? Oh, hello, Russell. Nice of you to call, Russell. How are you, Russell? It's Russell.
Oh.
So, if you'd just like to go and see Granny...
Yes, all right. See you, Mummy.
Hello. Sorry about that, James. Oh, he's just a friend. My boss, actually. No, goodness me, no, there's nothing like that about our relationship. He's not, Yes, what? Oh, is she? All right, phone back as soon as you can.
See you, Mummy. Oh, I thought you weren't going to have a drink now. You know, the old breathalyzer.
Oh, no, I wasn't. But, you know, I changed my mind.
You are still going out later?
Yes, later.
Oh, there you are, Claire. Hello, Sarah.
Hello, Mother.
I'm just going out for a drink with Claire.
Yes, so I gather. Have a good time.
Thank you. The phone's ringing, dear.
Yes, I'll answer it. I just thought, since you were about to go...
I'm just doing up my scarf, dear.
Yes. Hello? I think you must have a wrong number. Why don't you try redialing in a couple of minutes? Goodbye. Wrong number.
You didn't say your number.
No, but whoever it was, must have not recognized my voice.
I see. Strange to tell someone to redial.
Why?
In a couple of minutes.
Oh, I don't know. Some of the people who have phones nowadays are so thick you have to spell everything out for them.
Come on, Granny, are you set?
Yes, I'm just ready.
Right. See you, Mummy. If you're sure you don't want to...
No, sweet of you, but no.
See you later, Sarah, dear.
Yes, sure.
Have a good evening, Sarah.
Thank you, Mother, and you. No, I can't. Oh, ring, Danny, ring. Hello? Yes, I'm sorry about all that, James. My mother was here. But don't worry, be quick. Yes? Look, are we still on for tonight? I mean, just a quick drink if you... No, obviously if she's fixed it. Yes, the children. Yes, I know. Sure. There are lots of other opportunities. Well, you... All right. Of course I do. All right, if you've got to... Yes, ring me, won't you? Claire! Mother!
No, Granny. I think you're being terribly unfair to Mummy. You always think the worst of her.
Now, Claire, dear, you must admit that I've known your mother longer than you have.
All right, I can't argue with that.
So I do know her better than you do.
Now, that I can argue with.
Oh, come on. I'm her mother.
Mummy is my mother, but does that mean she's the one person in the world who knows me best?
Well, no.
All I'm saying about Mummy is
And all I'm saying about her is that I can tell when she's being deceitful. There's an expression that comes into her face when she's doing something she shouldn't be, and that expression hasn't changed in over 40 years. I remember when she was only 2 and she cut all Rosie's hair off and she tried to tell me...
Rosie?
Her doll. And I asked her who'd done it and she told me a lie.
Now that's what I mean about thinking the worst of her. You assumed it was a lie.
Claire, she told me that God had done it.
Oh, well, I suppose in a cosmic sense she was right.
The point is that when she told me that lie, she had her deceitful expression on. And she's had that expression on a lot recently.
So whose hair do you think she's cut off now?
No one's. No, Claire, I'm afraid your mother is having an affair.
What?
With a married man.
Oh, Granny, no.
What?
I've got to tell you, this has been going on long enough. Mummy is not having an affair with a married man.
But I know. It's that man who used to be in your office, Philip Brownlow. He's been transferred recently.
Yes, I know.
And he was transferred for having an affair?
Yes.
With your mother?
No, with me.
What?
Yes. And now it's all over. But while it was on, Mummy was very supportive to me. She knew. She didn't approve, but she restrained herself from coming the heavy moral line. And since it's finished, she'd been equally supportive, an ever-ready shoulder to cry on. And I really appreciate the way she's behaved, which is why I can't let you go on saying these things about her.
Oh, but the way she's been carrying on recently...
If anything has caused her to carry on in any unusual way, it's just been anxiety about me.
Oh. So I've been barking up the wrong tree.
What you've been barking up, Granny, is so wrong it's not even a tree.
Oh, dear.
Yes, all right, I can make it, yes. We'll meet there. 6:30. So will I. Fine. Bye. Sorry, Russell, that was just someone, I'm sorry.
Why are you apologising?
Well, taking personal calls while I'm meant to be at work. While I am at work. Now, come on, we must get this women's study section organised.
Sarah, have I ever objected to your taking personal calls at work?
No, but...
So that's presumably not what you're apologising for?
No, the thing is, that person, the person who rang is just, just someone who,
What? Rang about double glazing?
Yes. No.
Sarah, you don't have to lie to me.
But
I'm not your mother. I'm not your daughter. There's no percentage in lying to me.
No. You mean I should tell you the truth?
I don't mean anything. You don't have to tell me anything.
No.
I just find it mildly embarrassing to see you going through these paroxysms of deception when there's no need.
Yes, sorry. Do they really look like paroxysms of deception?
Afraid so. Guilty as hell.
Oh, dear. Well, perhaps I should tell you.
Well, you don't have to, I mean it. I'm not prying. Things you want to talk about, talk about. Things you don't want to talk about, don't talk about.
Yes. I think it'd probably be better if I didn't talk about it.
Fine.
But I've got to talk to somebody.
Also fine.
I think that's one of the things I miss most about being a widow. Just having someone always there to talk to. There are so many times a day when I just want to have a word with Henry about something.
But not about this, surely?
No, Well, how do you know I haven't told you anything?
Well, not in words, no.
I thought I was being impassive and inscrutable.
Sorry, sir, I'm afraid impassivity and inscrutability aren't one of your greatest strengths.
No. How much do you know?
Well, I assume that it's that man you met at the drinks party the other week.
Yes.
And I assume his name is James, because that's what he calls himself on the phone.
Yes.
Though that could be a blind, of course. And I assume that he's married.
How did you... paroxysms of deception.
Yes.
Well, you're right. Oh, I thought I'd seen all the types of men available since Henry died. The wonderfully thoughtful friends in the first months with their bottles of gin and a thin coating of compassion over their lust. The party gropers with their gosh widows must be panting for it. The nice men whom friends think I'll like and who bore me to tears. The widowers, sloppy and useless like great Labradors. The 45-year-old adolescents desperate to cram in a little more sneaky action before the safety curtain finally falls. And I've smiled, I've flirted, I've fended off parties, I've nodded religiously at catalogues of anxieties. I've heard slanders on 1,000 wives. I've sat for hours insisting that a cup of coffee meant a cup of coffee. I've been bored, insulted, cajoled and bored again, and I've ridden it all with a degree of equanimity because at no point have my emotions been more than nudged. And now, the first time I meet a man who seems gentle, who seems interesting, who seemed interested, who engages my emotions, he turns out to be married.
Is he happily married?
Yes, I think he is. I try to shut my mind to the fact that he has a wife. I don't know. Oh, it's insane. The risks are just... they outweigh any possible benefit. I must stop seeing him.
Do you mean that?
Yes, I will stop seeing him.
Congratulations on your strength of will.
Thank you.
So, no 6:30 assignation tonight?
Oh. Well, I will stop seeing him, really. But not quite yet.
Good evening, dear.
Ah, Mother. I thought you'd be upstairs in your own flat.
I wanted to see you before I went to bed, dear.
Oh, well, look, I'm sorry, but I wish you wouldn't just amble into my part of the house whenever you feel like it. I mean, the whole point of our domestic arrangements is that you and Clare and I each have our own territory so that we can get a bit of privacy.
But I wanted to catch you tonight because I wanted to have a word about your private life.
Oh,
In fact, specifically about your having an affair with a married man.
Look, Mother, I know it can't last.
No, Claire's told me the truth.
I didn't know she knew the truth.
And what I want to say is...
What?
I'm sorry.
Look, Mother, What did you say?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'd completely got the wrong end of the stick.
Oh.
I feel almost embarrassed.
You? Embarrassed?
To think what I thought of you.
Ah.
I should have trusted you. I should have trusted myself in the way I brought you up. I should know you have far too much moral good sense to mix with a married man. I'm sorry. I just responded to an atmosphere in the house and totally misinterpreted it. I thought completely the wrong thing about certain peculiar phone calls that happened.
Oh.
I'm afraid I've just been a silly, suspicious old woman.
Mother.
To think that any daughter of mine would behave like that. I should have known you better, shouldn't I, dear?
Oh, yes.
Anyway, let me tell you this, Sarah.
What?
I will never again dream of entertaining any such suspicions of you. I've learned my lesson. No, let the phone do any bizarre tricks it chooses. I won't misinterpret them. I tell you, if I came in one day and found you in bed with a naked man and a furious wife hammering on the bedroom door, I'd trust you and find an innocent explanation for it.
Oh. Oh, well, I suppose that's quite comforting in a way.
No, you need never again worry about my being suspicious of you.
Thank you.
But this does, of course, bring us to another point, doesn't it?
Does it?
Yes.
Oh.
And it's something we really must talk about, isn't it, Sarah?
Is it? What?
Clare.
Ah, Clare.
You see, when she told me that I'd got the wrong end of the stick about you, she also told me the truth about her. About what she's been getting up to.
Oh.
I mean, having an affair with a married man. She said you knew about it, but I can't believe...
Yes, I knew about it.
Well, it's terrible, isn't it? For someone of her age.
Mother, it's over. It happened and it's finished, and Clare is recovering, and there's no need for any post-mortems or anything like that.
But, Sarah, she must realize affairs like that never work.
No.
You so quickly get into a cycle of lying and deception and guilt and panic.
Yes.
I mean, the risks outweigh any possible benefit.
Yes, Mother.
And it doesn't just concern the two people who are having the affair.
No, Mother.
There's a knock-on effect into the man's family. I mean, there's a wife who's being deceived, and it's a shabby way to treat any woman. And then if there are children involved, it's even worse.
That's wonderful. So far as your mother's concerned, you have carte blanche to behave exactly as you please.
Yes, I suppose so. She promised that she would never be suspicious of me ever again. Do you know she even said maybe it was God who cut off Rosie's hair?
What are you talking about?
It's too complicated to explain. So, anyway...
The affair can continue with your mother's blessing.
It's not easy.
No. But it is still going on.
I keep intending to stop seeing him, but James is just nice. Good company, interesting. I mean, he's very keen on books. Collects boys' adventure stories, you know, Captain Marriott, Henty, that lot.
Oh, that's a boom area.
Yes, you'd like him. You'd have lots to talk about. But there's no way I can introduce you.
No, I can't see an elegant foursome with him and his wife. Or an elegant fivesome, if we included Bob.
No, that's what's so depressing. It seems such a pity.
If it makes you happy.
That's the last thing it does. Well, odd moments, maybe. It's funny, because loving someone else should make you love yourself. But at the moment, I seem to spend most of the time hating myself.
When you come to hate yourself all the time...
Then it will end. I know it's got to end, but... Oh, I just feel so emotionally weak since Henry died, so susceptible. I need someone. Vulnerable little widow woman.
Presumably that's part of your attraction for James.
What do you mean?
No Henry on the scene to find out and come round with a horsewhip.
Oh, I do feel terrible. I'm sorry, Russ. I shouldn't keep talking to you about it. Particularly with all this women's studies stuff to catalogue.
Sarah, I don't mind you talking. I just wonder how much help I am. I mean, you really need to talk to somebody who empathizes, someone who's been through the same thing.
Yes, but...
You sat up over many late cups of coffee with Clare, didn't you? You were understanding. You didn't come any heavy moral line with her. You listened and and listened and listened.
Yes.
Claire's generation doesn't fuss about these things. She won't moralise at you. She knows what you're going through.
What's the thought?
Oh, make a change to have you crying on her shoulder. Go on, try. I think she owes you something, don't you?
But, Mummy, I mean, there's only one thing you can do.
What?
Well, you've got to stop it.
Look, Claire, I know it's got to end at some point.
No, you've got to stop it now.
Yes, but...
Affairs with married men just don't work.
I know they don't.
Oh, you so quickly get into a cycle of lying and deception and guilt and panic and...
I know all that, but...
And I've noticed you've been drinking too much.
Yes, but...
No, you must ring him up and say it's over.
I can't ring him. That's the catch-22. There's his wife at home and his secretary at the office. I have to wait till he rings me.
Well, when he next rings you, you must tell him.
Yes. Yes, I know I should. And I probably will. I'll try to. But, Claire, you know what it's like when you're involved with someone you think you'll just see him one more time.
Mummy, he's married.
I know he's married. I hardly think about anything else except the fact that he's married. Do you think there'd be any problem if he weren't married?
But he's got a wife.
I know he's got a wife. I do know what being married means.
Mummy, you can't have an affair with a married man.
Yes, I know you shouldn't, but... Claire, I just wanted to talk to you as someone who's been through the same thing and who might...
Mummy, you must stop this relationship at once.
Why?
Because it's immoral.
Thank you, Claire. You've been a great help.
Oh, how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a moralising middle-aged daughter of 19.
Yes. I was quite surprised by her vehemence, though. To her, morally, she was completely black and white. No room for any shade of grey.
Well, of course, that's the reaction of a convert. As they say, anyone who breaks a habit generally frames the pieces. No more violent anti-smoker than someone who's just given up. No one more resolutely anti-drink than a member of Alcoholics Anonymous.
And no one more vehemently anti-affairs with married men than someone who's just broken one off. I wonder if there's a society called Married Men Anonymous.
Would you join it, if there were?
Yes, I would. It's got to end. I mean, Claire may have sounded horribly priggish, but what she was saying was absolutely right. Trouble is...
That you love him?
I'm not really sure whether I do or not. The bigger trouble is that I like him. I enjoy his company. I want him as a friend almost more than I want him as a lover. If only he'd do something that made me stop liking him.
The fact that he's deceiving his wife isn't enough?
No, I'm afraid it isn't. Oh, I know it should be. I keep thinking how I would have reacted if I'd found out Henry was having an affair, but I don't know. Still, tonight I am finishing it.
Ah, you're seeing him?
Yes. I've invited him round to the house. I've never done that before.
Sounds like more of a commitment rather than less.
No, it's not. I don't know why, but it's something I could only do once I decided it was over. I've had enough of all the lies. From now on, it's going to be truth all the way.
A noble intention.
Oh, wish me luck, Russell.
All the luck in the world, Sarah. I think you're going to need it.
Oh, I love Eric all little by little. One of my favourite good reads. He's just so priggish.
What a surly devil that is, said Eric.
A surly... Oh, Eric, that's the first time I've ever heard you swear. It's strange, you know, Sarah, seeing you in your own environment.
Yes. There are a lot of things we don't know about each other, James. A lot of things we don't have in common.
And some we do.
Would you like a drink?
Oh, thanks.
Have you ever drunk as much as in these last few weeks? I've just been...
I don't think it does much harm.
We need it to drown the guilt.
Yes. Well, I don't know.
Come on, you feel just as guilty as I do.
Well, yes, but...
There.
Ah, thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's to,
Getting over each other as quickly as possible.
Oh, but... Sarah...
It's got to end.
I know. I think that all the time I'm away from you. But when I'm near you, when I touch you...
No, don't touch me, James, please.
Sarah.
Please, James. Don't.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh. Mother. Mother, this is, James Pope.
How do you do?
Hello. I, had to, measure the windows for double glazing, and, as I was measuring, suddenly, Mrs. France came over all faint, and I rushed to catch her before she fell, and...
Yes, of course. She's been looking a bit peaky the last few weeks. Are you all right, Sarah, dear?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you, Mother.
Sorry to disturb you. I just heard voices, and I'll go. I'll leave you to your double glazing.
No, Mother.
What?
I'm not having these lies. I refuse to take part in some cheap bedroom farce. James is not a double-glazing salesman. He is my lover.
Sarah.
Oh, very well, Sarah. I'm sorry, Mr. Pope. This is just my daughter's idea of a joke. She's getting at me. I harboured some rather silly, inaccurate suspicions about her, and I'm afraid you're being used by Sarah to get back at me for my stupidity.
I don't understand.
Mother, James is, or rather was, my lover.
All right, dear. You can stop. I think we've all got the point now. Haven't we, Mr. Pope?
Well, I'm not sure that
Never mind. I did apologise to you, Sarah. I'd have thought that would have been enough.
Mother, I'm telling the truth.
Yes, dear, yes. Your trouble is you never know when something's gone on long enough. She's been the same from a child, Mr. Pope. The number of times she told me God had cut off Rosie's hair, you just wouldn't believe.
I'm sorry?
Mother!
All right, dear. I'm going. Glad to see you here, Mr. Pope. I've always told Sarah she needs double glazing, but does she listen?
Mother!
Goodbye, dear. Goodbye, Mr. Pope.
What did you mean I was your lover?
Just that. It's over, James.
But why? Don't you like me anymore?
No, I wish it were that, but it's not. No, the whole thing is just too complicated, too much deceit.
But surely it's worth all
No,
that.
that's the whole point. It isn't worth all that. All the lies and the guilt. No.
But, Sarah, if I can cope...
What do you mean?
Look, I'm being unfaithful to my wife.
Yes.
But it's not as if you got anyone to be unfaithful to, is it?
And the minute he said that, Russell, I just saw how little he knew me. How little he understood. If he thought just because Henry was dead it was easy.
So now he's given you a reason to stop liking him.
Yes.
And it really is over.
Yes. And like Clare before me, and no doubt thousands of women before Clare, my first feeling was one of enormous relief.
And your second feeling?
Oh, I don't know.
Regret?
No, not regret. Just more relief, really, that his wife never found out.
And that the relationship didn't go the distance?
It could never have gone the distance.
No. And that was part of its appeal.
What do you mean?
Well, you aren't ready for anything that could go the distance, yes, are you?
Nope.
Still too much Henry in your life.
Yes, damn it. Russell, I really think we should stop talking and start reorganising this women's studies section.
All right, Sarah. Ready when you are. Eleanor.